Hey everybody, old man here. I'm going to show us everybody. We're going to make us a cheap and easy apple pie. All right. First thing you want to invest in is pie crust from your local grocery store. I'll show you. See how simple this is? Roll out the pie crust. And I'm telling you folks, these things taste good too. Alright, so we'll roll this one out. And then we'll get the apple stuff ready. And we'll show you how to do it. Make sure you push your pie crust down into your pan nicely. Okay? And we'll be back. Now what we're going to do, we're going to cut us up some apples. I don't have one of them fancy coring things or fancy bowls. So what I'm going to do is just make some real thin slices of this here apple. The thinner you cook them, the thinner you cut them, the better they'll be. Alright, we have our apples cut up in our bowl. Alright, 1/2 cup of sugar. Now wait a minute. 1/2 cup of sugar is going to be too much sugar for 3 apples, so we're going to only use 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay? If by chance you use 4 or 5 apples and you want your pie to be standing up real tall, you would use more sugar. See what I mean? This is only 3 small pink lady apples is all this is. Okay, when you get your sugar added in, I want you to add in 1/8 cup of flour. Okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some lemon juice. My lemons, when I buy real lemons, the dang things always go bad on me before I use them up, seems like. So I buy these things. It's pure lemon juice, reconstituted, whatever that means, but it works great. I put about 1 tablespoon in there. Okay. There's one thing we're going to be leaving out of my pie today is cinnamon. I always add a little bit of cinnamon. There seems to be something to it, you know what I mean? So what we're going to do is we're going to stir these apples up with the flour and the sugar. And what will happen is that sugar should make us some juices to mix in with the lemon juice and stuff. And I'm going to take a little bit of ground nutmeg, and we ain't talking very much now, okay? Just put a little ground nutmeg in there, just about like that. And then, of course, your ground cinnamon. I put about 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon in this, okay? Stir on up. Your apple pie is going to taste the way you want apple pies to taste. You want apple pie with cinnamon in it, which I usually do. You don't have to have it in there. Just put her in there. So here we go. We got our filling is working nicely here now. Alright, now, you've heard of a pinch of salt. Add a pinch of salt there. And what we're going to do is, we're going to take our pie filling and we're going to spoon her into our pie. Remember, I'm using a little bitty pan. I'm using a little bitty metal pan here. You can use a huge pan if you want, or use 4 or 5 apples. Just adjust your sugar and your cinnamon and your nutmeg and your lemon juice and all accordingly. Now that we got that on there and it's looking lovely like that, I'm going to take a about a little over a tablespoon of butter. And I'm just going to kind of take my knife and just cut little pieces of it off. Just let her bust down in there like that, you know. Okay. You didn't know you knew how to make apple pie, did you? This is so easy. Everybody's going to think, dang, where in the world did you learn how to do that? Alright. Got our butter in there now. Okay. What we got here is our top crust. We're going to peel her down. Okay. Actually, what we're going to have here is a lot of crust and not near as much as apples that we probably should. So you could fill this sucker up to where it'd be like that if you wanted to. But no biggie. I like to go around the edges like this and kind of crimple my crust. It don't have to look any certain way. Okay? You can make your pie look the way you want it to look. Okay? Just make sure that the day you decide to surprise your husband or wife or your partner or whatever, and make sure you catch you some vent holes in there also, okay? What I was going to say is, the day you're going to make this, make sure you bring your pie crust out and let it thaw to room temperature. Now what I want to do is, I want you to take you one egg, beat her up real good, bust it up real good, put a little bit of water in it. Then I want you to go around the top of your apple crust, your apple pie, like this on your crust, and brush a little of this egg wash on it all the way around. That's what makes it look pretty. You know what I mean? When she gets in the oven, or when she comes out of the oven. Now what we're going to have here is a wonderful, delicioso apple pie. It's going to cook in a 375-degree oven until it's beautifully brown, usually about an hour. Okay? Now, it could take less time because I got less apples in there. So at about 50 minutes, check it, okay? And we're going to go into the oven with it, just like this. We'll put her down in there. And we'll see y'all in a bit. Alright, she is done. Beautiful, bubbling. Can you see the bubbling? Oh yeah. Most highly delicious apple pie. You could sprinkle some sugar on the top of it too, you know, before you cook it. That would make it even more delicious. But I hope you guys have enjoyed, and please subscribe. I'm going to be putting up a lot of videos. Have a good day. So what do you think of my pie?
Where's the cinnamon?
No! There you go, folks. The easiest apple pie recipe ever. A little homemade vanilla ice cream with it. Can't beat it.